You gotta just press record.
What's going on, brothers? Palmer Plays here. I wanted to make a video today to discuss how to make your own, YouTube channel, your own IdleOn content. And you may be asking, Palmer, aren't you worried about competition? And the answer is no. I don't view this as competition, right? I view on my YouTube channel all my brothers and allies, because what I want to come from this is the more people who make the content, right? It goes out to more people. The more people who see this, the more people play the game, and the more that I can spread that kind of brotherly mentality, the community wins. We all come closer together, we achieve common goals, and everyone enjoys the game that we enjoy playing. So there's gonna be a lot to cover in this video, so let's get into it. So before you hit record for that first time, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is the niche that you are trying to fill? A niche is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. Well, what the hell does that mean? Well, in IdleOn, I like to split that down into, maybe two categories. One is going to be the helpful, the guide section. Your goal is to help as many people as you can with your product being sending out mining guides, sending out catching guides, trapping guides, things along that vein. And in the other section, you're going to have the people who are just phenomenal at the game, right? So your 13J roars, right? A guy that breaks down the mechanics because he is in fact the top of the game, right? So those are the two categories that I want you to think about and what kind of videos you're trying to make. Let's get it started in here. The hard part is out of the way and you found your niche. Let me knock a couple misconceptions out of the way. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars on a fancy microphone or camera. The intro you watched was shot on a phone, something all of us have access to. Good software to use to edit your videos would be the free version of Camtasia or OBS, and for the thumbnails I would recommend the free version of Canva. The links to all of these applications will be down in the description below. Now that we know what niche we fall into and we have all the software and hardware that we need in order to make the video, the next most important step is to decide, what is the video actually going to be about? Are we going to make a video about mining? Are we going to make a video about catching, trapping, the top 10 damage sources in IdleOn, an IdleOn challenge run? So the next hardest part of this entire process is deciding a video that you want to make, and a good way to base that off of is what the community asks you to make. If they're asking you and you see thousands of requests for a damage guide, well, a good place to start would be to make a damage guide.
You gotta just press record.
Hey, absolutely, I get it. Just throwing yourself out there, it's uncomfortable. You may be nervous to even do it, but like the clip says, you just have to press record. Throw yourself out there. Don't even think, just hit record. This may sound like the easiest part of the entire video, but it is quite honestly the hardest thing to do. When you're scrolling through YouTube, right, you get off of work and you have some free time, now you're deciding what you want to watch, and you see all these different videos. What makes somebody want to click on your video over everything else, right? And it's setting yourself apart from everybody else. It's making a video that somebody wants to click on. So the hard part's over, right? The person has clicked on your video because you had a super engaging thumbnail and title. You can sit back and celebrate now, right? No, you cannot. A viewer will make up in the first couple seconds of watching your video whether or not it's actually worth it to them to continue to watch your video. And this is what is called a hook, right? You want to hook the audience in with either a promise, a question, something exciting in the first few seconds of the video to make them want to continue to watch your video. And this is something I struggle with. Writing a good hook to engage your audience in the first couple of seconds of the video is what's going to set the tone for the rest of the video. Now, chances are you may not know what a call to action is. That's because it's used in and around videos and it's kind of seamlessly thrown in. But a call to action is asking the viewer or the subscriber to do something, right? Whether that is, hey, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, or down in the comments below, say what your favorite class is, or it's you directly asking the viewer to subscribe to your channel. Now, if you're like me, this is something I struggle with because I don't like to ask people for things. But if you want to drive the engagement to get your subscriber count up, to get the likes on the videos, or if there's a really controversial topic that you really want to know, down in the comments below how people stand, whether that is, what do you think about the new World 5? What do you think about this gameplay? Then that is where you would put your call to action. Now, typically it is either put in the very beginning of the video, right? But that's where you see a lot of retention drop off, or it's at the end of the video to reward those who have actually watched the whole video with an opportunity to do one of those things. Now, you may be thinking the job is done, right? You made a great thumbnail, you have a great title,
You made 100% sure that you put a great call to action at the end of your video, and now you're thinking the job is finally done, right? It's not though, because as you're going through the upload process, you have to be making sure that you check all the boxes. Did I put the title in there as I had written it? Did I write an engaging description? Did I make sure that my video is transcribable to different languages? Did I tag my video to make sure that it will pop up in the suggested feed? So if, for example, IdleOn, when you go down, you want to make sure that you're actually putting it into the correct section. Otherwise, people aren't going to be able to see it. If you want your video to be searched for, did you use the right SEO? Did you tag the video properly? And then after all of that is done, did you make sure that you put a good end screen into your video? Because if there are no other videos, what is that person who just fell in love with your channel going to do? There's no other videos for them to go watch. That's going to do it for me today, brothers. Hopefully this video, if you were on a fence about creating not just IdleOn content, but content in general, hopefully this is what spurs you into making it happen. It is a lot of fun, but it took me a lot of time to, get all the knowledge of how to make videos, how to upload, all that stuff. And hopefully this does help you. And hopefully you want to join me in making IdleOn content to grow this community, to embrace the brotherly instincts and make this community one that is great, one that is strong, and one that will grow the game from the 100,000 people who play it now to hopefully millions. But that's going to do it for me today, brothers. I'll catch you in the next one.